So there's this video. It's called Phase Adapt, the LeBron James of content, which is just a crazy comp. But let's hear him out. Let's hear him out, y'all. Let's hear him out.
Adapt.
And then after we finish this, I think Jade's gonna be home. We're gonna chop it up with him, and then go IRL gift shopping for him, and then we're gonna go to my crib.
Adapt posted his first YouTube video over 13 years ago.
Damn!
And today,
Some of
he's
y'all
still one of the
probably
most talked about
are younger
names
than that
on
in
the
the chat.
internet. While many creators have faded into irrelevance or clung on to a single identity, Adapt has done something very few ever will. He built not one, not two, but 3 Hall of Fame careers. Trickshotter, vlogger, and now streamer.
Damn, this was the first. Yo, it's crazy. We're coming up on a year. This was the first stream I did in mad long, in like years. This was after New Phase. This was after the LAN tournament on Phase Day on May 29th. I went back to my home, like where I was in my apartment, and I did a stream by myself. I remember I sparked up. Who was here? I want to see how many of y'all are lying. I had like, I think like around 800 viewers the whole time. I was mad as hell. The reason I hit this stream, or I did this stream, is because at the FaZe LAN event, right, I hit a 360 no scope on Silky for final kill. It was New Phase versus Old Phase, and there were trick shotters in the trick shot community. Oh, this is standards now. Oh, this is a good clip. Oh, what the fuck? People were already talking about New Phase in a bad way, and then it started coming for me and my trick shot. So I literally went home, downloaded Plutonium, and hit this shot the next day on stream.
3 Hall of Fame careers. Trickshotter, vlogger, and now streamer. This is the story of FaZe Adapt, the LeBron James of content creators.
That edit was smooth. That edit was smooth.
Grew up in Arizona, the only boy in a family with 5 sisters. His dad was a hardworking lawyer.
You did get that one wrong. You did get that one wrong. 4. It's 4 sisters. I do have 4 sisters though, y'all. Damn, look at these. See, look at the polls. Like, look at the clips he's pulling
In a
from.
family with 5 sisters. His dad was a hardworking lawyer, and his mom a
Oh my God. I remember I learned Photoshop, and I edited this photo in my graphic design class and tweeted it.
traditional stay-at-home mom managed the chaos of a bustling household.
What is that flick though? Where did he find this?
Filled with sports, school activities, and constant
That's my
energy.
school project.
His childhood,
on
as
the
he
right.
described it, was fortunate. His dad still found time to coach his youth basketball teams despite a busy schedule, but the dream of becoming a hooper didn't last.
Damn, who was that? Is that me next to Jared Dudley? I think that's me next to Jared Dudley at one of the Suns camps. I'm not even trying. How do you find this? No, wait. I gotta find whoever this is. Where did you find this photo? Like, actually, where did you find this? This is some CIA levels of shit. And I think that's Bepsi on my right. I'm pretty sure this is me at Jared Dudley's camp. This is actually so cool to watch.
Basketball teams despite a busy schedule, but the dream of becoming a hooper didn't last. After 2 years of getting cut from his
Can you
team,
believe it?
he knew it wasn't his path.
Can you
After
believe
a brief
it? It
move
didn't
from
last.
Pennsylvania in the 5th grade, which the whole family hated, they moved back to Phoenix.
Wait a
By the
fucking
time he was in Pennsylvania in the 5th grade, which the whole
What is this photo? Now, like, what exactly is this image? What is this one? That's not me. It's not the femboy phase. Who is that? It's not. I mean,
family hated, they moved back to Phoenix. By the time he was in
Oh my
the
God. I deadass was on Twitter tweeting out photos of the front of my fucking crib, bro, in 2012. How did you find this tweet? Look at how I spelt the word beautiful. My beautiful house, smiley face. Because of all the Halloween decorations. I took this on it looks like I took this shit on a potato. Or like a iPod 3G, bro. The self-docs is crazy.
7th or 8th grade. That's when he found gaming. It quickly became his escape, his
my
passion, and his obsession.
Soar Adapt, who's in my lobby. I'm gonna pause this video a specific amount of times, y'all, and talk about things and specific screenshots, because this is Soar Breezy, Soar Unique, Soar Brio, Soar Strobe, Soar.
He fell in love with YouTube and dreamed of being a creator.
Our last question from Quick Game James, Melanie Iglesias or Kate Upton? Definitely Melanie Iglesias.
But it wasn't easy. His mom, raised traditionally, didn't understand
I
the
was
idea
gooned
of
out. I
content
tweeted a
as
photo
real
of Met.
job. She took his Xbox.
Wait.
Definitely.
I tweeted a photo of Melanie Iglesias, and oh my God, I said tweeting this pic so I can go on my iPod and make it my wallpaper.
Melanie Iglesias.
But it wasn't easy. His mom, raised traditionally, didn't understand the idea of online content as a real job. She took his Xbox cords,
Melanie Iglesias
pushed him
was
to
bad
keep his
as hell.
grades up, and made him apply for—
Oh my god, wait, where are some of these tweets? Oh my god, my mom shut off the fucking internet at like 1:30. What the fuck? At the bottom, my mom is being a bitch. Yo.
for a job at Tilly.
Bro, there's no way.
Pushed him to
I got to play for like 2 days, then my mom took my fucking Xbox because I got bad grades. Bro, I was mad as hell, bro. I was just trying to trick shot, Mom. I was trying to do in phase. My mom kept turning the internet off and taking my fucking controllers. I was literally in the phase 5 challenge to join the first ever phase 5 challenge. I completed, I made it to the top 20. Somehow, only being able to play 2 days a week, bro. I didn't know I was on Twitter though, really tweeting, "Damn, Mom, what the fuck? You being a like that's crazy."
to keep his grades up,
mom was on
and
my
made him apply for a
ass.
job at Tilly's, which luckily never called him back. Meanwhile, his dad was more chill,
That's
but would
my
always
dad.
tell him to respect what his mom said.
At
And
the
even
2021
though there was
finals.
pushback, Alex kept grinding. By 16, he was already making money off YouTube, juggling his online hustle with the pressure of keeping his family proud.
Yeah.
The only boy in the house,
What was
he
that
once admitted
tweet?
he was mad when his youngest sibling turned
Bro, how have you found some of these photos? I feel like I'm pausing this and I'm going in depth on some of these photos too much, so you're missing the story. But look at this. Who's in this call? This is FaZe Fakey. This is FaZe Strobe. This is Exodus. He was our homie. This is FaZe iPod. This is FaZe Jets.
out to be another girl, a story that the family still jokes about today. With a foundation of discipline, humor, and
Oh my god, I tweeted at Selena Gomez. "Sorry, JK, you're really hot. Want to go eat dinner sometime?" I've never been afraid to shoot, bro. At least I put it up.
resilience, he kept at it, making videos, hitting clips, dreaming big,
Saw Method
and
10
then
years ago. It's
it all
nuts.
started to click. Call of Duty trickshotting became his world. He joined SOAR,
Yup.
then FaZe, his dream clan.
What?
Oh yeah, Adapt, you gotta go change your fucking gamer tag so we can have a full phase.
No way! You're kidding! Oh my god, you're no!
Alright,
Oh
dude, hurry
my
up, we'll
god!
change it so we can get it
Are
done.
you Are you serious?
No, thank you for the gift.
Oh my god!
And just like that, the first chapter of his legendary run had begun.
Here we go.
Adapt stood out in the FaZe lineup. While everyone was hitting shots, he brought something different. A voice, a character,
At Selena Gomez asked, "Why don't you ever text me back?" Sad face. I'm busy. Off.
His awkward time to hit a trick shot series became iconic, not just for gameplay, but for the personality behind it. He wasn't just a sniper, he was a showman. By the time he graduated high school, he had a real decision
Damn, I was really vlogging in my graduation, bro. That is true. The awkward time to hit a clip series were some of my biggest videos, bro. It was my favorite videos to make.
for the personality behind it.
Was
He
that
wasn't
in
just a
1988? Who said that? Ban that guy.
sniper, he was a showman. By the time he graduated high school, he had a real decision to make. College or go all in.
This decision, I swear, I really was so mad when I found out that I lost this video. The day I decided that I was going to move to the FaZe house, to move to New York and do FaZe and fully commit to FaZe, I made a video. I sat down in my setup like this, and I was like, all right, I'm making this video to future me in 10 years, which really is coming up like pretty soon. It's actually that it would come up in like 2 months. I sat in my video, or in my setup, explaining why I'm moving to the FaZe house, my decisions behind it, because it was hard for me. I really didn't want to, because at the time, I had my whole family there. I had the girl I was dating at the time. My best friend was there. I had like a balance to like doing Call of Duty, trick shotting shit, and then also doing my shit, like IRL vlogging. And I remember sitting down in my setup, recording a video for my future self in 10 years. I don't know why I didn't unlist it on my YouTube video or my YouTube channel, explaining it. But I was so mad when I found out it was gone, bro.
He chose FaZe, moved into the legendary New
I did
York
choose
house,
FaZe, though.
a content creator's dream. This was the heart of the FaZe era, and Adapt helped turn it into more than just a gaming
Jeff!
planet. He helped turn it into a family. And inside that house, the next chapter was already brewing.
What I've been so excited to tell you guys and what I've been hyping up so much is that I'm pregnant. No, but seriously, what the announcement is that I want to start double uploading. I want to start double uploading like one normal video, like a Call of Duty video, a skit, a Q&A, anything like that with a vlog.
The New York Faze House was the golden age. Content wasn't just gameplay anymore, it was daily vlogs, personality-driven videos, and moments that fans feel like they were a part of something special.
This was something special, man. It really was, man. I'll look back at this shit, and even now, like, even in the meeting the other day when we were talking, and like whenever little issues come up or things like that, I'll be trying to tell all the guys, like, bro, you guys are going to look back at these moments right now, these days where we're all in a Faze house, living together around each other every day, as some of the best days of your life, some of the most fun times of your life, where you're going to look back and you're going to be like, damn, I wish I would have, like, appreciated it more. You know what I mean? I wish I would have, like, not got caught up on this shit or got caught up on this shit. Like, you know what I mean? And take it from someone who was there in the first one 10 years ago. I look back at New York and it's like, damn, I remember the shit I used to stress out about in this crib, and like, damn, I don't have a video, or oh fuck, like this shit's going on, like just trying to tell everyone, like, bro, like, you guys don't understand, like, you're gonna look back at these moments and really have like a moment of realization where you're like, I shouldn't have been on this, or I shouldn't have been tripping on this, like, and just appreciate it in another way, because these were some of the most fun times of my life, living in New York, making videos every day, bullshitting around, like, oh, what's good, Ricky, we're going to do a Guess That YouTuber? Oh, Lucas, you want to go hoverboard around? Oh, Tommy, what's up, you want to go adventure in an abandoned building? Oh, Norton, what we doing? We doing a fan mail? You know what I mean? Like, so many fun moments and things, and, you know what I mean? I'm just glad that I was a part of it, bro.
Adapt embraced it all.
I was 17.
He tried challenges,
I was
pulled
18.
pranks, created skits. Viewers tuned in not just for the gameplay anymore, but for the
That
friendships,
video,
the
one of my
inside
best
jokes,
ones.
and the realness. And then, fast forward a little longer.
Let me just pause this. This is really like the New York house and everything he's saying. That's why I'm saying this video is really well made, because he really hit it on the head and put it together. This New York era is what really took Faze and made it so much different than what everyone else was doing and every other group was doing on the internet. Because up until this moment, mind you guys, it was friends trick shotting, and sometimes we would make videos in the same lobby, or road to kill cams, or hide and seeks and shit like that. But when people saw us all move in and start to vlog and do challenges and like translate that to real life before we fully transitioned, that sounds crazy. You know what I mean? Like, that's what made us catapult to a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because at the time, people were hating. People were really hating. They were like, they always hate, bro. Even with the new Faze, they're like, you're straying away from your roots. They were saying the same shit back then when we started vlogging, bro.
Pranks, created skits. Viewers tuned in not just for the gameplay anymore,
Faze
but
Apex
for
is
the
not
friendships, the inside jokes, and the realness.
And that's what
And
Faze
then,
is.
fast
It's
forward
the
a little
realness,
longer,
the
came
friendships.
Newport, a shift from East Coast hustle to the West Coast dream. Bigger
My
house,
GTR.
better weather, a chance to elevate. Adapt said some of his best videos came from this short era, where designer clothes, wild parties, and a growing lifestyle.
Oh my God, what a lineup. Nade Shot is, oh, we don't fuck with, bro. Nikon, Rice, me, and Ricky. W Off-White era.
Became the norm. But behind the scenes, the cracks were forming. While fans saw content kings living their best lives, Faze was beginning to break apart. Adapt was one of the few still grinding.
What is that
Everyone
video?
else around him was slowing down, even stopping entirely. But he kept at it, uploading, editing, and evolving. YouTube's adpocalypse hit hard. Revenue dipped, but he stayed consistent. He was told that if he kept pushing, the future of Faze could be his.
my mom.
And eventually, he got his own house, a new opportunity, a dream
Here we
fulfilled.
go.
Until
about to
it
get
wasn't.
dark.
The new Faze CEO pulled the plug, told him he couldn't upload from the house, didn't want the media thinking Faze was splitting. It made no sense, but Adapt complied, and that decision nearly destroyed him.
Still can't
Alone
believe
in the
I had to
house,
fight for that,
depressed, addicted to pills, he spiraled unnoticed. One day, while grabbing food, he overheard two friends in the theater room. Just hearing voices made him stop. He walked in, and everything went black. He woke up in an ambulance. he'd had a seizure, and in that ambulance, the same CEO who'd forced him into silence. And it got worse. That same man had used Nikon to get Adapt's car keys and crashed it while he was in the hospital. Gave it to his...
Like, that doesn't even sound real. Like, can you imagine that, bro? I wake up in the ambulance. The first person who I do see, it's a person who is, not to like not take any accountability, you know, but like the person who played a major part in even why I was in there and why I was going through the things that I was going through and why I felt the way I did. Because I got lied to and manipulated, and I worked mad hard. Damn, no, what just happened? I worked mad hard. Like I said, you heard him. He's like, the adpocalypse hit. Everyone stopped. Everyone was like, we good, we chilling. I'm looking around the crib. I'm like, I'm not trying to chill. Like, I want to do this still. So I kept grinding, and that's why I say that. Like, Newport era was one of like those eras where I feel like I was posting some of my best videos because I was really working hard. Because I got told, I still remember the conversation where I got brought outside, and he was like, yeah, if you show me that you want to still do this, I got you. I'll bring you to what's it called? LA. You'll be next to Banks. You could get your own face house. You could put your own people in it. I worked hard as hell. I posted every day. It's all I did. Like literally all I did. Like it was this when YouTube was different. Like I was filming, editing, doing all the shit for my videos, cutting them, sending like a list to T-Wop, and then we got in the crib and bro's like, yeah, we don't want FaZe to think FaZe is splitting up, so you guys can't post any videos. And I'm like, damn, what? So yeah, I didn't know. I was sad as hell. I sat in my room with the blinds down by myself all day, every fucking day. You know what I mean? Like, depressed as hell. Taking shit just so I could sleep, bro. Just so I could sleep until I can do stuff again. And I fucked up, you know? And I wasn't talking to nobody about it either. And then that's why it's so crazy, because 9 out of 10 times I feel like in that situation I would have been alone. I would have been by myself. But I went to go get my Shake Shack, and I heard Nikon and Clark in the movie room. So I went and sat down to eat my food in there, and that's the last thing I remember. That's actually the last thing I remember. And the next thing I remember is waking up in an ambulance, and it's the CEO of fazeclan, like eyes opening, blacking back out, you know what I mean? And I go and get thrown in the hospital, right, by him. And while I'm in the hospital, he's like, he takes my car and crashes it. He took my car and crashed it. He took my Range Rover and crashed it. Can you fucking even believe that? I got home out of being in the hospital for like 10 days, right? Also, which got handled like so crazy. Like, clearly I needed help, you know what I mean? And was in a bad spot in my life. And instead of him being like, yo, what's good, bro? Like, what's going on? He's like, yo, you going in here, and if you dope, I'm pulling the plug on this shit and you're going back to Arizona. I'm like, what? Like, what, bro? Like, you're not even gonna ask, like, you know what I mean? Like, why? Or like, what's going on? Or, you know what I mean? It's like, nah, like, you're going in here for however long and we'll figure it out then. And I get out the hospital and I come back to the FaZe crib, and the whole side of my Range Rover is scratched. I walk in the FaZe crib. I'm like, Nikon, what the fuck? Wait, what's going on? Are you insane? Spazzing, like, yo, what? He's like, bro, chill out. Seb told me that you gave him the car. He could take it. I'm like, he told you? There's his fucking kid's car seats in the back. I'm not even about to keep talking about it because it's gonna turn me up. But yeah, dark days.
Who used it for Aaron's car keys and crashed it while he was in the hospital. Gave it to his wife, who used it for errands and wrecked it without permission. That betrayal cut deep. Rehab followed, a week of reflection, a wake-up call really. But 2018 didn't ease up. He was robbed 5 times, got sued.
Like, I can't even like do anything but just laugh about this shit. Like,
but 2018 didn't ease up. He was robbed 5 times.
Like, yo, I got robbed 5 fucking times. And then I got sued by the guy who robbed me. Like, I can't even do nothing but just laugh about it. This is my first year in LA, mind you. Get out the hospital after going through all that, whatever. We finally can make videos in the crib. I came home one day and everything in my room was gone. Everything that I held in any high regard or had any value to me, whether it was jewelry, clothes, shoes, camera equipment, whatever. I come home into my crib one day and I'm thinking that I'm getting one of those, like I'm getting pranked by one of the guys, like, oh, like switch rooms prank. Like took it, my shit's empty. Gone, everything gone. Bro, I dead ass posted on Arizona or on Snapchat that I was in Arizona filming a video with my sister. Someone broke into my crib, took everything. And then I made a video about it. See, now I gotta be careful how I talk about this because I wasn't careful when I talked about it mad long ago. And then I got sued by the guy who robbed me.
Times, got sued, cracked his skull, and
oh, yeah,
it was,
that too.
in every way, rock bottom.
I really did crack my skull open too. Holy shit, bro. And each story has CTE. Each story, like how he just showed 5 thumbnails of 5 different robberies is crazy. Because each one I could really go in detail and explain to you. It was never like I got pulled up on or anything like that. It was always like some backdoor shit. Like someone took shit out the crib when I wasn't there. Someone went and broke the window of my range and took everything out my car. You know what I mean? It was a really bad 2018, first year in LA. I'm not gonna lie, bro. And I remember I rage bought everything back because I was so mad. And then I cracked my head open around Thanksgiving and I couldn't fly out because I had a concussion. And when you have concussions, you can't fly home.
But right when it seemed like everything was falling apart, he moved into the most iconic house on the internet. Adapt joined the Clout House at the height of its power. FaZe Banks, Rice Gum, Alyssa Violet. These weren't just creators, they were culture. This was peak Banks, peak Rice. Guests came and went like royalty. Playboy Cardi, Lil Uzi, Mr. Beast filmed there. And
where do we put 2017 Clout era though? Where do we put it? Like it might be up there, like in terms of like I'm thinking about S tier eras of YouTube and like, you know what I mean? It's got to be top 3. It might be top 2. It could even be top 1. I'm trying to think. Cause this was the only thing at the time I remember that like kind of sort of made it fun a little bit again for me when I had moved into the Clout House.
21 Savage was his
really
neighbor. The house itself became a landmark. And Adapt was at the center of it all. He wasn't just keeping up, he was helping lead. But as with all things online, the Clout House era eventually faded, members left, and the energy died. But Adapt moved into the Burbank house, and this is where he kind of laid low, watched others rise.
See, we kind of skipped past the Clout era too fast. Like 2018, if I try to like fact check all this. So the plug got pulled on my crib. Remember how I told you the old face CEO was like, you can have your crib? The plug got pulled 6 months in and it's like, all right, we're just going to move you next to Banks. And it's going to be the FaZe house here and Clout House here. And so I was in there and then I remember we recruited Tfue and Cloak. So this was kind of around the Fortnite era. And I was in the master on that Weed Lake crib that is, I guess is now the MILF house or some shit. And Cloak was moving in. And Cloak had a girl, he had a cat, he had a dog. So he needed like a lot of room. So I moved out of that and then went down the street to the Clout House. And I lived in there with, it was like me, Rice Gum, Tfue, the Nelk boys. It was fun, you know what I mean? But it didn't last that long. It didn't last that long. By the time it was like we had moved there, I feel like it was towards the end of the Clout era. This was like the end of 2018, 2019. You know what I mean? But it was cool. It was cool.
Like Aiden Ross, and bided his time.
It was fun.
Until FaZe reawakened in 2024. under the man who
And now we in
created it all
2024.
in the first place.
It has been a surprisingly long time since FaZe Banks has regathered the FaZe Clan passwords and tweeted about it. And well, you might.
Whatever happened to Barry the cat? Do y'all have any questions? Barry, I gave Barry to Tommy. So I was I'm like allergic to cats. So I gave Barry to Tommy. You know what I mean? But he's chilling now. Tommy has like 5 Bengals. Tommy has like 5 Bengals. So we just jumped. We just did like a 4-year time jump though. You know what I'm saying? We were at the Clout era, in the Clout house, and then we moved to Clybourne. And when we were in Clybourne, that was really like the beginning of the end. There was a little bit of hope in Clybourne with the YouTube channel. It was doing really good. It was going really well. But I stopped posting, like it stopped being fun for me. This is 2020. I started streaming a little bit though. That was the only time I would consistently stream. I did those GTA streams with Rice. Me and Rice would hang out a lot. I was still working out. But I really just didn't know what to do like on YouTube. Like I was just so lost. I deadass would just play Warzone, work out, and then that was really it. I was streaming a little bit. It was like the SSB World era. You know what I mean? The Great FaZe Depression, yes. Where's Roman? Roman's back in Arizona. I haven't talked to him in a minute, but he's back in Arizona. That really was my guy, though, bro. We had so much fun making a lot of videos, too, in, like, 2017. Me and him went to Chernobyl. I filmed a music video for him in Chernobyl. We had mad fun, bro. Two-door. Nick Cleveland, he's out here, too. I've seen Nick a few times since then. You know what I mean? But Roman, I'm talking about like Roman, like Trev Roman, my homie. You know what I mean? Like this Roman, like celery. This can't, make sure it don't get copyrighted when I play this. I'm talking about this Roman.
Never got that sleeping. Oh, just chilling. Yeah, never chilling. Always grinding. Yeah, why you move like nah that? On these haters, cause I ate your pole that far.
My dog, bruh. I ain't seen him in a minute, but he's back at AZ. Wolfie Raps. Oh, he was in the Cloud House then, too. He was in the Cloud House. But we did a time jump. Like, we're at New Phase now. I feel like I need to add, like, Clybourne was good, but that shit also fell apart really quickly in Clybourne, like, internally with FaZe. And then it became a thing where the lease was up, and like half of the guys, pretty much everybody but me and Tommy was like, yo, we're going to Vegas. Like Tico, Jarvis, Frazier, and Nikon, they're like, we're going to move to Vegas. We could get a crib out there. Taxes are better, this and that, and do our thing. And I'm like, damn, I don't really want to go to Vegas. I like LA. Tommy's in LA. So I kind of floated around LA and like Airbnbs for like a year or two. I think I did take like a shot at like going back to YouTube right after I moved out. Let me see. I think I did, bro. And I was doing actually pretty good. Yeah, right here. I'm moving out of the FaZe house. 4 years ago.
All right, guys, listen. As you can see, I'm here.
Damn, no hair on my face is crazy. But then I was like, all right, I'm gonna lock in on this YouTube shit, and I made it like I was doing pretty good. I did this video. What it was at? This video got 1 mil, 1.4 mil. This video with Rug. These videos were doing pretty good, and then like right around here, I gave up, and like it was the FaZe Great Depression, all that. Y'all pretty much know everything about that. Like shit just got bad for a while. But let's see where we're at now.
Be shocked just how long. That tweet was now 50 days ago. Dang near approaching 2 months as people still wait to see.
Mo's chilling. Mo's back in AZ too. I seen him for his wedding back in December. I was at his wedding with him. I wanna, when I go back home, maybe on the 17th, because I might go home. If y'all want on the 17th to do that stream with K1, I might pull up on him.
Now that he has the passwords back, what exactly is FaZe Clan gonna do?
Banks took back control. The mission? Restore FaZe to its roots. Creator-led, community-driven. Adapt saw the opportunity and jumped. He kicked off his return with a 7-day stream to quit vaping.
Who was there for the 7 days? It's really crazy, bro. This is really how I started. And the craziest part was I wasn't doing this for streaming or to be a streamer or anything like that. Damn, I'm down here in Lacey's room. This is nuts. I was doing this. I made this video. This is what
happened to me.
But I win today. If I win,
I made this video. So this whole idea started almost a year ago. Like before the Banks versus Nate Shot 1v1. And I made a video talking about how I was addicted to vaping and nicotine and how bad it is. And to show that I actually was quitting and like to hold myself accountable and to make sure that I was never going to go back to smoking it or else I would look like a fucking fraud and a hoe. I dropped a video and said I'm going to be live for 7 days straight, which I'm not going to lie, scared the fuck out of me. Like the concept of sleeping on stream, being live for 7 days straight. I'm like, what am I going to do? I really did this shit and thought that I was about to just be trick shotting or playing zombies the whole time. But this is what changed everything. Like, this is how I built relationships with all the guys. And,
he kicked off his return with a 7-day stream to quit vaping. It wasn't about numbers. It was about committing to something. But the numbers came anyway. People resonated. They showed up every day. Adapt fell in love with content again, not because it went viral, but because it felt real. Streaming wasn't just a comeback. It was a rebirth. And in that moment, Adapt entered his third era. 2024 was massive. He streamed over 600 hours, gained 230,000 followers, and hit a record high of 25,000 subs during the FaZe subathon. But it didn't stop there. 2025 rolled in, and he's already streamed over 100 days, consistently averaging 10,000 plus viewers, and he's cracked the top 50 streamers on Twitch.
That's fucking crazy. Number 30? Is that where I'm at? W full-timer. I really am. I really am a full-timer, bro. Wait, how many, what does the stat say? 110 days? 110 days, 628 hours. 10K average too is nuts, bro. It really is. It really is nuts. Nader, thank you for the 1 month. Thank you for the 2 months. Golded old-timer. I appreciate you. Frezzy, Brad, get busy. This is just nuts, bro. Cause it, like he even said, that's where he got it right. Like 2024 was what started it, but I didn't really like start feeling it out and catching like a flow and feel for it until this year. Specifically in March, right? When everybody left, right? Remember everyone went to Europe. Everyone was gone in the house. It was just me. Dead ass for like 3 weeks. And we were going nuts every day, doing a bunch of shit. And like since then, we just haven't stopped.
10,000 plus viewers, and he's cracked the top 50 streamers on Twitch. And through it all,
is that real? Am I really that number on Twitch tracker? Hold on. Damn, I'm 50. I damn near am. 51 is nuts. 26 English is crazy as fuck. Holy shit. Holy shit.
Cracked the top 50 streamers on Twitch.
We going nuts.
And through it all, he's remained.
Go to subs. Oh, subs. That's where I'm supposed to go. Hold on, subs. All languages. Okay, I see you, Swag. Oh my God, I'm 27. Look at who I'm next to. Look who I'm next to. Wait a second. Stable Ronnie son. Damn, bro. 27 and 26. No, that is fire. That is crazy, bro. A whole lot can change in a year.
Only original FaZe member active in the, and through it all, he's remained the only original.
One of the oldest. One of the oldest. Because it really is some full circle, like, nuts shit. Like, when I take a step out and I think about it, and I'm like, damn, I really was in the FaZe crib when I was 17 years old, 10 years ago, not knowing shit about anything. You know what I mean? Not knowing shit about anything. And just, like, going. And now, time jump, boom, 10 years later, I'm one of the oldest, and I'm looking at all, like, the newer guys and, like, how they move and how they look at this shit, and it's crazy from my perspective, like, the parallels between everything. It's just, like, some crazy full circle shit, bro.
On to relevance, he's shaped.
I gotta let bro know, hey, you got, because I do see a lot the second prime, and I can't even say nothing about that because that is nuts. But he's saying the trick shotter, the YouTuber, and now the streamer. You know what I mean? Because I really was doing this shit in SOAR into FaZe. So it could be considered 3. You know what I mean? Because if you think about all the trick shotters back then, it got thinned out who even switched to YouTube or could do that. And then it got even thinned out again. You know what I'm saying? So I got to appreciate, bro, for recognizing that and saying it's 3 era. Dude, is it the same face or no? Look at, is it the same face or no? You fumble. No, what? I told you I talked to her. We're good. We're friends too, Chad. What are you talking about? LeBron James is kind of crazy. It is kind of crazy.
Because no matter the era, the platform, or the format, Adapt finds a way to stay on top.
Oh my God, this was like 2 days. It sounds so corny and so cliche. But if y'all want to do something, you could do it, bro. If you really want to do something, if you want to do something so bad that you can't fathom it not working out, or in your head, there's no plan B, it's just this, you could do it. You will make it happen, bro. And I promise you, if anyone genuinely, if you take anything from what I just said, if you take anything from it, take this. All right, if you're going through a hard time, if you suffering right now, if shit is not good, bro, you gotta go through that. You gotta go through that. Things like that need to happen. You need to have dark days and low moments and moments where you feel like he's not lying. Everything is against you and it's not gonna work out. So when it does, and when you are there, you have a different level of appreciation for dead ass though. Because I look back, listen, chat, I look back, first of all, shout out to bro, right, for this video. This video is amazing. If I could somehow get in contact with you, that would be amazing. That was a really good video, bro. Shout out to bro. But deadass, I look back, chat, at like everything that I've gone through in my life and all the horrible shit with myself and FaZe and specific relationships and my mental health and all that. And I'm grateful for all of it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm glad that those things happen now. Like, I look at those things as a blessing. I look back at those things, I'm like, damn, I'm glad that those things happened and I was able to grow from those. Because if you're having like experiences like that where you feel like everyone's against you, the world's against you, like you're a victim, this and that, where you really are like suffering in your own head, it helps shape you. You grow for it. It's the only way you could really grow is to suffer and to go through things that aren't good. You know what I mean? Because you come out the end of it a better person. You grow from it. You know what I mean? And I'm glad that those things happen. I'm glad that I went through what I went through with everything in my life. You know, this video talked about a decent amount of it and touched on some of it. And some of y'all might know it, some of y'all might not. But that's why I'm here today. And if anything, I'm just grateful, bro. Grateful to be here. Grateful that I have a platform, that I have y'all. Every day I wake up excited and passionate to click this go live button and just to talk to y'all. You know what I mean? I don't take it for granted ever, not a single day, because I've been here before, right? When I was making YouTube videos, and I remember kind of how I viewed it and how I looked at it. You know what I mean? I was a lot younger and a lot dumber and a lot more naive. You know what I mean? And now I feel like you jump cut 10 years, it's different. Things are different for me. You know what I mean? So I just gotta say, I just gotta remind y'all that, like, and let y'all know that I'm really, truly grateful and very blessed to have the amount of support that I do from y'all and to see y'all every day and to be able to do this, because this really is something that I'm super, super passionate about, bro. Ever since I was like 13 or 14 years old, all I wanted to do was make content, make YouTube videos, and like make people laugh and like have fun doing this shit. And from the moment I discovered it, that's all I worked for to do. first with trick shotting and joining phase, and I joined phase. I'm like, okay, let me start doing this, you know, and then ran through all that. I mean, we just watched the video, y'all know it, you know what I mean? And that's why I'm just grateful, bro, because I've put in a lot of work. Half of my life, I've been doing this shit longer with my life than I haven't. You know, I started when I was 13. I'm 27 now. Don't say damn. You know what I mean? But for real, I love y'all. I'm genuinely so grateful. And if you are going through some shit, if things are not good for you right now, like I promise you, you're not alone. I know that's something you probably hear a lot, but it's okay. It's normal to feel those things. And if you're going through those things, if you're going through hell, you got to keep going, because you get through it, and I promise you grow and you get better. You grow and you get better, and you look back at those moments and you're like, damn. You look back at that, damn, I'm glad that I went through that, because that shaped the person that I am now, or you are now, you know what I mean? That's all it is, bro. I promise you guys, I promise you, bro. Like, y'all heard everything that happened to me in 2018 that year. I don't even really talk about it. I barely touch on it. I don't like talking about it because it's just like... But it was like left and right. Boom, right when I get to LA, I get blitzed. Boom, OD, boom, hospital. Boom, my car gets crashed by the FACO. Boom, I get robbed. Boom, I get sued. Boom, I get robbed again. Now I gotta move. Then I got robbed again. Now my head's cracked open. You know what I mean? It was fucked. It was fucked. You know what I mean? But I look back and I'm like, damn, like... I get it now. You know what I mean? So I don't mean to yap and go on a whole rant, but yeah, I love y'all for real, and I'm very, very happy and blessed. You know what I mean? Like, bro, we got 16K subs. We've been going nuts all year, and we just getting started. We still got so much shit left. We still got so much shit left to do, so much shit to talk about. Hold on, wait. Split Fiction. When you back. We love you. Hey, Flock, deadass, I do love you, for real. I do. And just know we just getting started, bro. There's so much shit we got coming up, so much shit that in my head that I am excited to do. And I'm just blessed and very fortunate that I feel passionate about this shit again. You know what I mean? And I see the love and I see the feedback. I really do. And it means so much more than y'all will ever know. You know what I'm saying?